Hello, hi, and howdy. Welcome on in. I am RaKlavin GNS, and this is Hydroneer. And we're going to get right to it. Continuing on with mining adventures. So, I've been busy once again. My last stream episode, I said I would actually try putting some drillers down here to see if it makes a difference, and it does. So height absolutely makes a difference, and I'll even demonstrate that. First, let's get everything turned on. As you can see, I actually ran the system for a little bit, hence the lower numbers. Then I left off on my automated repair system. So let's get these both going. So now one thing I absolutely have to do with this system, I have the problem with the layout I have is the fact that I have my belts on a different system than my actual line here. So, and my equipment line, which works and is beneficial, except before I turn the whole system off, I need to actually turn off all of these manually. Because if I don't, I'll get a big dirt clog here, because this will be turned off and dirt will be piling up. So anyway, let me show you the difference here. Just between I mean, you can see there's not a lot of height difference, but even here, there is definitely a difference. So let me show you. We'll throw on these top 5. And get a good look at the size of nuggets that come through. You know, they're meager enough. There's definitely, they're definitely coming through. But now, let me go operate the ones that are down below. I turn on all 5 of these. And we'll wait for those to actually make their way up. It takes a little while. Once they get going, though, then it's just whatever delay there is. There we go. We got the first ones coming in now. So now, if you look at the sizes here, you can see a noticeable size difference between what's coming through as the higher level dirt and the lower level dirt. Not only that, but just being that low, we can get the Cloutium. Now from the tier 2, we'll get the in tier 2 dirt, we can actually get the new core stone. I have verified that this won't give you core stone, as it's the only thing I don't have filtered, and my overflow bin is empty. So now if I get these other ones turned on, And the nice part is this, it's the way I do have this set up though, I don't have to worry about any kind of clogging. As long as I don't turn off the main line, I don't have to worry about clogging. Because as you can see, I get a line here, I get a line to the side, and these ones land perfectly in the middle. So there's no chance of combining the dirt clumps. Even if they did combine once, the tier 1 drill is definitely strong enough to take care of it. So now that I have, this is my starter. This definitely has served its purpose. I let it sit and run while I was watching the movie yesterday. So this system can easily run, I would say, when I've got the spanner shooters all completely filled, this system can easily run for 4 hours by itself. Without any... 1 second here. Without any kind of clogging issue or breaking down issues. There's some more clothium now. So while that's going, I actually want to move to the next one, the next site. I want to dig down. I actually want to build bigger because I want the more cloudium. The more cloudium, the more it's going to be. But I think before we do that, I might go look around at some of these quests. Oh, I did buy a new truck. I got the blue one. I think I'll go look at some of these quests. Because some of these quests, I should actually be able to do. Not the vegetable ones. We'll get into that. Just not yet. So we'll go, before I get that, I'm gonna go buy was not expecting any of that. Okay. So before we do that though, I'm going to go buy hi Nisi. Hello, hi, howdy. Welcome on in. There we go. I'm gonna go buy some more spanners so I can get these filled up, and so I don't have to worry about this while I'm doing that. Let me grab this. This has my money in it. And I've got quite a bit of money now in the liquid ores. Let's see. I really don't need a lot of these. Oops. I'm the favorite. Ooh, it's got the jitters.
Get this here drilled down low for the good stuff.
And he's not lying. The further down you go, the better the quality. All right, throw this in here. I don't really need too many of these to get everything back up. So we'll go with we'll just do 5. That should be more than enough. I hope you're doing good, Nisi. It's good to see you. So once we have that all set up, then I'll I'll go look around us with some of these. Now, I know there's one I can definitely do. I know I can definitely take care of that one. The guy wants the golden dagger. I can definitely do a golden dagger. Alright, we got 20 on there. Oh, it took. Okay, good. I might actually need more than these. I might have I wasn't really calculating, so sharp thing. Yes, with the stick it with the pointy end. Oh, it actually took. Okay. Yep. Definitely need 2 more bags. I think they'll actually take care of it just fine. Yeah, let me go grab a couple more. And then we'll set off on a quest adventure. Now, I will make the next system I make will be still a tier 1 system. The next system I make after that will be a tier 2 system. Let's see. I could just make this disappear in there. Good. That's taken care of. And then. Oh. Fun part of trying to get this done. Okay, that actually took. And that actually took. Awesome. It's nice when they actually just work. We'll go ahead and put this card over here. I won't need any money for this. Because nobody asked for money. They give you money. We will sleep so we have most of the day. Like, actually, let's see what he wants. He probably wants tomato soup. Oh, no, you want I'm guessing being blue, that's a sapphire. A 20 weight sapphire. This is going to take a little while. Actually. Because I have to cut this down in order to get the 20 weight sapphire. Oh, another thing I did too is I expanded my line. So I added a little bit more pressure to it, but I was able to add in the Cloutium smelting as well as the onyx. The onyx gathering. So let me just open these for a moment. I need a 20 sapphire. This is probably much bigger than a 20. So let me just get some daylight here. And it's a cut sapphire. And if you're not quite sure what they're doing, if you take the quest, you can see that it actually says what it is. So, and see how much this little one is. All right, that's 3. Did we get another sapphire in this time? What's this one? Okay, this one. Okay. So perhaps, let's see, if we take one of these, got 6. What about these larger ones? 12. And so 25. I'll let them have the extra 5. That's fine. And then we'll take all these and put them back in. After we're done with saving. And I'm still having the same thing where some saves will absolutely lag the game, will freeze the game, and other saves just run like through. So actually, let me grab one of these and I can just all right, this was the 20, 25. Yes, okay. So we'll put these in here. And we'll put these in here. There we go. Put my tulip. Set this back to auto. Now I don't have to worry about it. And we'll go deliver this dude's precious gem.
I need something specific. Thanks. I'm well chuffed.
And my very first T-coins. Huzzah! And I will just conveniently keep these in a bucket because, or a pail, because I don't have any place really else to put them. Alright, let's see what else we can get into. Oh, you know what? 1 second. I didn't realize I had this here. So I'm going to be looking for the quests that have to deal with items I can make. And look at this nice steady stream. That's just beautiful. Each one of these right now, my gold and my iron is worth... hey, Joffrey, hello, howdy, welcome on in. Each one of these, if I pour out the bar is worth like 200,000-300,000 coin. And that's just from it running for the couple hours while I was watching a movie. So, I have no qualms with... I enjoy AFK games like this that, and doing something else when I know the system can stay automated. So, because I like my resource gathering. Because the resource gathering makes things easier later on. So let's go quest hunting, shall we? Actually, before we go, one more thing I want to do. Always have the spare fuel bucket. And I hope you all are having a good day. My day's actually been okay. A little bit more sleep necessary than expected, but otherwise it's been pretty good. And if you didn't know, I am uploading these streams onto YouTube. Right at the moment, I've got them. Oh, can I eat you? Can I eat you? Oh, not very far. But I do get to 3. I wasn't expecting to actually get a double tap. That was beautiful. But I am uploading these to YouTube. All my live streams are going to YouTube, and I'm releasing them at in the morning time US morning time each day. All right, so let's see. What do you want?
You reckon you can get this for me?
Oh, I can definitely do this. Yeah, and I'm appreciative of your bot. So we get a couple. Let's see, we'll just drop this in here. All right, so we can definitely take care of that. And this one over here will want the gold dagger.
Give me this, and I'll give
Yep, a 200 weight gold dagger. This will not be a problem. And if you've not seen them before, let me show you one of the stock markets. So I can take care of both of this. Now, you'll notice the symbol on this is a little bit different. You know, we got regular strapping and then what looks a little bit more royal. That the guy that wants the 200 weight gold dagger actually starts, turns out we've got some kind of mini king up in here. So now I won't be able to finish that quest line for some time. Besides the fact it's actually a pretty hefty grind. And I think I have to make stuff with core stone. So I've got a ways. I mean, I can at least knock this guy out. But in fact, let's see, this is him. No, that's the old one. I think the one in there is the new one. But there's actually a really cool quest reward at the end of it. But if you've not seen the stock market, so this is just one of the stock markets. The stock market actually has a few locations. And it'll clearly show you what item it is that it wants. So, like, right now, if I were just selling the bar, I would want to go ahead and just go over there and sell it generally because I'll get full price for it. You never, of course, want to sell it below when when demand is low. You don't want to sell it, but percent can actually change. I want to say can get up to 110% or something, maybe potentially more. I'm not sure because I've not actually.
It ain't a bad job. It has its ups and downs.
I haven't seen any of the ups as of late. But let's go took care of these two quests. Now the one will actually take a little bit of time to do. Yeah, I shouldn't have actually brought the truck up here. So I learned. I don't know what I was thinking. A lot harder to get back. Luckily, it's wide enough, but still harder to get back. All right. So I needed a 14.5 gem. Oh, very convenient. So when you actually accomplish the quest paper disappears, so you don't clutter with them. That's how you can tell what quests are active too, because when it disappears, obviously it's not active. So let's grab the sapphire again. And we need 14.5. You know what? I think I'm gonna move my scale down here. I think I'll move it over here. Overall, I think it's gonna be more. And we'll lock it back in place. There we go. So So I start off with, this is 824. All right. So we'll just put these back individually this time. So 824. So now it's the 412. What I'm looking for is getting one down to 29 and I can split it in half. 200, so that'll get me down to 100. Oops. Yep. 100. Love how it eats it. That'll get us down to 50. Now here's the thing. If I do it afterwards, it'd be 25. And it wants 14 and a half. If it were 12 and a half, 25 would be perfect. So let's see. 51. It'd be 26. So just shy. Which is fine. So we'll give him the 26. All right, and we'll actually put this on the handcart this time, since that's a lot easier to maneuver up that way. So, you wanted 14 and a half, I'll give him 25. Call it a day. All right, now this bar is going to be a little bit more fun. Let me grab my gold. So I need 200 weight, and I had start off with 16,000. Yeah, this is going to take a little while. Let me just reset the lights here. Yeah, this is going to take just a little bit of time. Now, the advantage I have, though, is I can actually make this fairly exact. There we go. Good. All right, so 100,000, 50,000, or oh wait. Oh, 16,000. Right. So 16,000 is what I started off at. So the bar is back in. Okay, so it's 4,000, 2,000, 1,000. So let's throw these back in. So it's okay to be over. Of course, they won't accept it if it were under. And it depends on how good your resources are coming in too. Obviously, you want to be stingy if your resources are minimal. So like when you're starting out. So 1,000, 500, 250. Well, 260. All right, so by these are now 65 each. Let's see. Add these together. No, that you're supposed to be nice, play nice and land nice and evenly on it for me, like that. Yes, 131, 197. So I really only need a bar that's 3 in weight. So 230. So we can cut this in half. 205. I might be able to get away with cutting that one more time. We'll see. If not, I'll just make it 205. 201. There we go. And we'll toss these back. It's okay to make a mess in the workshop as long as you clean it up. So a 200 weight gold dagger is what I'll be making here. Oops, I jumped too far. All right, now let me put this over here since I will need it. We'll bring this over here. My crucible, I can throw my 200 weight, 201, but 200 weight. Re-smelt it down. Shouldn't take too long since the pot was already hot. Blacksmithing hammer. Awesome. Already got the sizzle. We'll set this to a dagger. And we'll take a look at this just to make sure. Oops. Grab the other one out of the back of here. 200 weight gold bar. Dagger. Yep. So we have that. So now we have the 200 weight gold bar. Set this to the side because I don't need it. No, all that, and it can just sit straight. I don't know why it's rocking so much. Then we'll set that.
I can't believe this.
Yorkshire Panda. Woo, what's up, Panda? What's in the raid? Hello and hi and howdy. Welcome on in, raiders. And Panda, good to see you. Hope your day has been going well. Hey, oh, Mia Mocha. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. What were you streaming today? I happened to see. I knew you were streaming. I just unfortunately I missed what it was you were streaming up. All right, and that takes care of that. And look at this. Look at this shiny gold, all gold dagger. The only problem is it's actually wouldn't be very sturdy. Wanting to start Hydroneer again for the new Prospector update, but I have 7 of the games on the go. Bit of Minecraft today. Awesome. Yeah, that was good. Well, see, I only had Minecraft on the go, so I'll be back in the on the server tomorrow. So I decided I'd do a few days Hydroneer, a few days Hydroneer, and a few days of. Where did I put that sapphire that I strategically cut? Oh, I put it in the truck after bringing the cart over. So yeah, I'll be back in the skies on the morrow. So I thought that would be a good way for me to kind of sort at it, where I'm not I'm not doing like I have been. I can still get really in depth into each game. So I did 3 days Hydroneer, and I'll get what I can done on this stream. And oops, helps if I actually take this to the quest people and not just sell it. And then I'll be back. Minecraft, 2 different packs: Tomb Raider, Wolfenstein, Graveyard Keeper, Apex Legends, and Minecraft Legends soon. Too much. Oh, I get that. I get that. Graveyard Keeper absolutely looks like a fun game. And I've got it. I actually want to get the expansion stuff for it. Another one I actually really want to play is Transport Fever 2. I only have Transport Fever, so I don't have 2 yet. But once I have that, that'll definitely be one. Look at that. The more guild tokens. I am making the moolah.
Thank you.
Pick up.
Hey there.
Let's combine these. There we go. Okay, so now by doing this guy's quest, you see this gate opened up. Civ 6 to chill. Yeah, I get that. And I can actually come in here, but now these two. I mean, this one, as you can, I haven't even started growing anything, and already. But this guy, look at the stuff this dude wants: 400 weight cloudium, 1,000 weight gold, and 5,000 weight iron. These two won't take that long, but it's going to take me a little bit to get the cloudium. But I have to do both of these in order to be able to get up these stairs. So,
Don't mind me. I'm just mooching about.
let's see who else we can go pilfer quests from. Anybody else through here? No. And this is a grocer, so I could actually sell vegetable stuffs here too, if I didn't have any. Now the thing about the vegetables is there are a lot of quests for it. So I'll definitely want to start the farming. The downside to the farming, you can set up auto harvesting, but I've not found anybody who'd figured out a way to set up auto farming as far as planting seeds. Oh, take your time, and thank you for being here. I absolutely appreciate it. Okay, so now we can actually take the truck, because every place else is more accessible by truck. So the first place we'll go is we'll head into town. We'll go ahead and drop this off here. I don't need to buy anything. And you can see this is all still going strong. Not a care in the world. And not very many of these have been used up yet. I see actually only 1 spanner wrench has been used on the entire system. And it'll kind of go, it'll really, typically this one will be 1 less than this one will be 1 less than this one, and down the line. Now this 5th one though, honestly, the 5th one wears down at the slowest. Rival girl, hello, hi, and howdy, welcome on in. Thank you so much for that follow. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. But this last one here is the absolutely least, has the best deterioration rate out of all of them. So this one, and I think it's just the way the pipeline works. But with these, again, with these all like that, all of my machines stay to where they don't break down, which is perfect. Hello, hi, and howdy. Welcome on in. So I like the fact that's one change. That is definitely one really good change. That as long as you keep the water filters good, all your machines will stay good. Oh, did I? I did. Okay, I was just making sure. Long ago, in a early access stage, far, far away, that wasn't the case. Even with filters, your machines would still break down. They would just break down a lot slower, which was cool. I mean, you know, it still gave you incentive to put the filters in. And then that was also before we had Logics. So you had to always manually repair the system. But now, like I said, I can leave that system running for hours and not give it a care in the world. The biggest thing I have to do is make sure... that the spanner wrenches are filled into the droppers. Let's see, 18.5 weight, I can absolutely do that. They all want sapphires. I don't know why they all want sapphires. So, yep, we're just gonna go around town and see. Also, when I build up my next one, I will actually make a small, at least a small shack of it. I'll start decorating it. The very first one I built over there, that one is exclusively just to provide me resources and income. That's it. It has to be functional. It doesn't have to have any other purpose other than to be functional. Another jeweler in town.
All appraisals by weight.
Yep. Another grocer in town.
To our boys in armor.
Just gonna stare at me. I can play the stare game all day. You blinked. You blinked again. You blinked. I definitely win this game of... And I've really enjoyed watching this game grow. Oh, here's a little tidbit for you if you've never seen it before. One of the Easter eggs is in here. There it is. Bliss's house. Keep out. There are a couple Easter eggs like that. Bliss is pretty good fun to watch on.
I need something specific.
Oh, I got that from you, didn't I? Yeah, you don't have the scroll. I definitely got that from you.
Come have a gander.
So this is the fancy stuff, the fancy furniture stuff. So you can really decorate up inside and out. There are different places to get different things too. Let's see, and over here I could get another card if I wanted to. There. Okay. So you got the agile ones that are just the they're designed to transport items agile-y. I like that they actually put a third wheel on there. That I don't remember that wheel being there before. And then the ones that are meant to move fast. So these turn hard and move quick, but these turn quick and go slower. And then the standard one that we actually get at the beginning of the game. So you can actually change it up, and I like the added details. So the guy that develops this game goes by Max, Grandma Max on Twitch. I've seen him, and the foul ball. Wait, you actually whistle? That's pretty cool.
I don't suppose.
Oh, something. But anyway, watching and listening, just playing this myself. Oh yeah, I do that a lot. It's actually really cool. I love watching games like this just to see what people come up with. Bliss is actually really fun to watch. He's done some that and Z4. Both those guys are actually pretty fun to watch. So this is the one truck I just got. I can absolutely afford this. This will be nice when I get the next plot of land. Being able to smooth the land out. Not so worried about it right now. This is the old truck. I parked it. I put it out the pasture. But I also have it if I ever need it. Oh yeah. Well, if I were to process what's in that setup I have, I definitely will be too. Well, no, actually, I at least had a few 100,000. I'll easily start doing millions when I have the next. Oh, I wanted to go over here. When I get another site going. I can eat them. I don't know why, but oh, total evasion. Oh, I feel so denied. Hey, make up for it. Thank you. Between the sound of it and the action, I just I find it funny every time. Is it a way to show you mine? If let's see, I'm trying to think. I see you can post it on Discord, but I don't have an open Discord server. You can always friend me on Discord. Okay, so here's another stock market. So here, you see rings and necklaces are going for 107.5%. So if I made a ring or necklace, I would absolutely want to sell it. You know, I was worried about how much money I was making on it. I would sell it here instead of selling it to the jeweler. So what do you want?
Some guild tokens.
49.5 gold. Oh yeah, I'll definitely take that. 49.5 week gold bar. Yep. Let me do that. So this is the new, where are the new guild tokens? You can try a link, but I don't think I have links set. Now, this is where things get expensive because you need the guild tokens in order to get into the core stone stuff. This is your tier 3 stuff. As well as the very cool weapon racks. I love the indoor tree thing. That's actually pretty cool. And then you got the advanced shovel, the advanced pick, the advanced rake. It can do all tier 1, 2, and 3. The prospecting helmet shows you where the ores are. Now, I'm not quite sure yet how the ores work. I've seen them be discovered, but I think the ore areas, if you drop down drillers in that area, that those ore areas will produce more of whatever the ore area is. And then you have these two fancy machines over here. The prospector, which actually helps you identify where you'll find those ore veins. And the mole, which allows you to, you see here, you can dig down and dig back up and basically do it a lot faster. These come with blueprint instructions. You see that if the radar, this radar here will guide you to it, and when it's spinning, that means you're right on top of where the ore is. Now, it doesn't identify the depth, but so this is the newish section. I've never looked on here before. Actually pretty cool. But Max has been putting a lot of effort into this game, and I believe he's got, it's either him and just a couple other people. It's a small crew. You can definitely tell that they've been putting a lot of love into this game. Oh, what's over here? Hi there.
Hey there.
Nice to meet you. Cottage Supply Company. Oh, it's another type of building material. Dull rig. Okay. Cottage stuff. And you buy it all here. Nice. Shame they couldn't get multiplayer to work right. Yeah, I've seen people be able to play it. I don't know. I've seen people do multiplayer, and it seems to work just fine. I've not seen one that actually was like a glitched out mess or anything. Let's see. So let's go this way. And I think this actually. So right now we're just looking for. Okay, that'll actually give us. It's just one of the better ones. This one actually gets down to tier 3. Grangefield. Let's see who we can hit up in Grangefield. So this is the farmer town. Done through Steam, share features, basically advise someone to play a copy of the game at the same time as you. So it's jank. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. So this is where I can actually start the. See, a lot of the stuff you can get started with the token stuff, or the. You can get started using just normal coins, Hydro coins. Too bad these don't grow and I could pick them. That would make life a lot more fun. A split screen. Yeah, I haven't tried the split screen on this either. I've just played on the one screen. Spend your tokens here. So as you get gardening tokens, oh, you can actually make a greenhouse now. I don't think I've ever seen anybody use this stuff. Oh, look at this. That's actually pretty. I can't go in to actually take a look. That's actually pretty cool. Well, yeah, if the I forgot that I'm actually using my old Discord and my new Discord are two different names. Let me see here. Give me 1 second. See, we'll do that so the game keeps moving. Let me check out something here real quick. And sure, if you want to whisper that to me, I mean, unless you are okay with everybody saying it, then you could do that. And then you got this monstrosity over here. So you can do a lot with this. You can plant, you can harvest, and you can. Okay, yeah, I'll just send you a friend request, or at least a message request. I'm just wondering if where you get these tiles from. It's actually pretty cool, though. I like that. Oh, it's a greenhouse floor. Keep your feet off the ground. So can you plant using it? Greenhouse and small greenhouse floor. Very cool. So doesn't seem to be anybody that has quests, except for this guy.
Need you for some guild tokens.
Oh, sure. I'll take that. So the Prospect Guild is actually giving me some good stuff. So I've got some pretty easy things going on here. Oh, what's this? A planter pot? Portable pot? So, water, seed box, different seeds. A cut veg stacker. Yeah. Oh yeah. You can automate. At least you can automate cutting down the veggies and watering. These can't automate the planting. You still have to do the planting and harvesting. And the harvesting you can automate using magnets. And but the problem is it doesn't. Can I get up here? Oh, I wanted to see if I could jump up here. Dang it. Let me do this again real quick. But it'll harvest it right away. If you harvest it, if you wait, it grows bigger. You know, that type of thing. So you kind of want to let it grow. You want to let it grow. So let's see. So by letting it grow, though, you get the better resources. Well, you get more out of your resources. What I mean by that. All right. So I've got 3 quests out of this trip so far. Which I can't complain about that. All ones I can easily do. Here's another one. I believe this one gets down at tier 3. The main water source is way over there, though. Correctly, this is the one that has water underneath, too. I don't know if anybody up here will have water. Yes, yes, indeed. Let's get that. tasting. No, no, no. This one, this little pot over here is the one you have to find the water underneath. So this pot right here. But I think that's like, I think that one only goes to like tier 2 dirt. So there could be someone up here. The quest, but I highly doubt it. Don't hurt to look. Nope, there is not. Well, I got 3 quests. It's for something, I guess. I don't think anybody chills out up here. Nope, they do not. There is another plot over there. The Snowland plot. It's easy to get turned around on this map. The only nice part is while it is a decent sized map. Oh, eat! Oh, you didn't eat. I feel so ripped off when they don't when they don't bounce. Ah, dang. My aim is off. And there's an oddly placed stock market. This one wants gold, and gold is up. We'll worry about that later, though. First, we'll go take care of these. Never mind my driving skills. These trucks weren't meant to be driven easily. Just wanted to see if there's anybody in here. And here's another stock market as well. So the stock markets are kind of dotted around and want various things. Like this one wants weapons. Of course, I wouldn't try to sell a weapon here. Drift the truck. I don't know if I can. For the most part, I think I can. I don't really think it drifts. No, it turns too hard. So it doesn't drift. It actually turns. Turns pretty well, honestly. For its size, it's a very agile truck. Alright. We got some quests to do. Look at this. Look at this guy. We'll take care of that. Alright, let's check that real quick. Okay. So let's see. First things first. What do we got? What do we got? We have a 35.5 weight iron bar. A 18.5 weight sapphire. And a 49.5 weight golden dagger. All easy enough. They all want sapphires though. So let's get the well, how much was my sapphire? No, it's 18 and a half, right? Okay, 18 and a half. So where are we at? 114. $57. 28. So let me see something here. Let me, if I do like so, that'll give me 14. If I toss it in here, open this up. Depends on how many came through. 16.96, and I need 18 and a half. Okay, we'll wait for a couple more to come through. $18.3. Man. So basically, one more sapphire comes through, I can grab that out. There we go. There we go. We'll take this one. And now that'll definitely be 18 and a half. Or a little bit more. Okay, 20.69. That's still... Alright, so we got that one taken care of. Now we'll throw these into the buckets so I can put these back in easily. Quietly lurking, do a few things. Have a good one, dude. You too, man. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much for that raid. I appreciate it, Panda. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Alright, we'll throw these in here and turn the system back on. Okay. Bjork, thank you for the follow too. I appreciate it, good sir. Oh, of course, I always thank Joppy. Joppy's good people. I need a better shout-out system. One of these days. Alright, so I've got that taken care of. Actually, you know what? I can just move this over here so I know it's done. Alright, next I need basically a 50-weight gold bar. Which shouldn't be too problematic to get. Considering I'm starting at 19,000. You know what? I think I can kind of just do the same thing. So let's see, that's 9,000. So it'll just be under 5,000. $1,200. It's getting there. 616. So it'll be 300. What was the 49 and a half? So I need to get it to 50. So be 75. So if I take that, so put that back. 57. If I take this and one more time, 48.14. Okay, so if I do like this, it'd be 52. All right, that'll do. I can do 52. And we'll dump these back in. Now, one thing he did do was improve the dropping from buckets and from pails. So it's more, the things drop more in line where the stuff actually lands. All right. We'll grab our smelter. Oops, nope. I wanted to grab this again. Didn't quite go in. There we go. And while this is melting down, so this just needs to be turned into a dagger. That's all done. I need a 35.5 weight iron bar, just the iron bar itself. This is going to take a little bit longer. Because this, 29,000, that's where we start. All right, that's a good sound. So I'll need this over here. We'll go ahead and heat this back up. And we need to make this up. I already had it set. Turn this into a dagger. Oh, so let's see. How much was that weight again? 35.5. And it's just just the iron bar, yes. So it's a little bit of work. Now you can do this other ways. The Spiffing Brit made a contraption that actually makes it work to only, each bar he produces is only 100. So you can get, with the logic circuits, you can get that in depth with it. All right, we're getting there, getting close. One, so that'd be close to 60, 58. This one. Let's see, now I'm thinking I might be able to get away with one of these. Perfect, 36.44. That'll do. That'll take care of my 35.5 wheat. And that's all taken care of. That kitty looks sus. All right. Now the thing is I actually have to smelt these together. It has to be, the weight has to be in one item. So we'll take care of this. And that takes care of my gold dagger, which we can put back in the truck. So a sapphire, a gold dagger, and a soon-to-be... Let me move this out of the way. A soon-to-be iron bar. And when I come back, all this will be gone. So nice having an overflow that's nothing goes into it. This thing's gotten big. And even the gem size is different by having the lower. I items. So like I said, the next one I'll make, I'll actually set underground for the mining, but I'll do all the processing above ground. So I'll have a lot of the lifting belt work going. All right, give me a second here. We'll do something. Okay. So this should be all nice and there we go. Perfect. Turn it into a bar. Set this here. And we have the 3 items I needed. I've been a master quester today. I hear walking. That wasn't me. Must have been him. Hey there. Ah! You can see through them. Nothing creepy about that at all. Oh, I did find. When I come back, I'll show it to you. So there are kind of like artifacts in the game, and if you find them, you can actually get a reward. It's a good thing I'm playing Hydroneer, and I just had hydration a few seconds ago.
I need something specific.
No, I can't help you with that. Sorry. See, you wanted the sapphire, so let me get you the sapphire. Oh, huh, that was weird. I did before when you said hydrate. I did.
Thanks. I'm well chuffed.
Ooh, a whole 90.
Fetch me some scram.
No, I can't fetch you any vegetables, dude. I don't have any homegrown going yet. I want to say one of these tombstones in the main main. You get head patch too. Now, where was the other one around here? I don't remember where the second one was. Oh, wasn't it up here? Let's see, you wanted the.
Give me this, and I'll give you my.
You wanted the gold dagger? Just remember, stick them with the pointy end.
Thanks. I'm well.
Gimme. Yay, free token money. You ever get the feeling you're being followed? I'm being so sneaky too. He's no idea I'm there. Oh, there we go. All right, and then the last one was in the farming town. which was not this way. I'm not familiar with the farming town yet. Oh, I mean, it's right there, I think. Yeah. Where are you? Oh, there's another one over here too now.
Trade you for some guild
Oh, you actually want... sure, I'll take that. The garden town in the emerald. And what's the emerald? 10.5 weight emerald. So, were you the one that wanted the iron?
Not
Yes.
tokens.
Enjoy your iron bar.
Thank you.
Thank you. Little payments here and there. I'm amassing my fortune. That didn't work. That worked. Ooh, I'm up to 375 already. So you wanted a whole 10.5 weight emerald. Okay. We'll make that real quick. That won't take long at all. Alright, come on, someone be in the way. Nope, I can't get to him. I can try to take out the well, though. Dang. Too bad you can't get a distance meter on him. Start setting world records. 6 my thumb out, let's catch a ride. Madam Grimm, welcome on in. I hope you had fun on your adventures. Good to see you. So a 10.5 weight emerald. This won't take long, but I do want to do it by daylight, so I can actually see what I'm doing. That's one thing too is a little bit nicer is the logic lighting. You can actually make things a lot brighter. Again, this is all functional, making me resources. In fact, I wanted to check on. So you can see, like, this really does last a long time. Well, she wasn't going, "Dear God." She was going, "Dear God." There's a difference in the tone. Alright, so an emerald. Now this is actually going to take a little bit longer. The emerald is by far the and I only need 10.5. What? Let's weigh this one. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Alright, well, go ahead and cut this one down. So, let's see. I see 104, 50, 26. 13. I'm good with 13. That's fine. $13 it is. I was like, grab it though. Put it in the back of the truck. Uncle get. When am I not getting into trouble? Of course I'm getting into trouble. Or wait, no idea what you mean. I don't get into trouble. I might cause it, but I don't get into it. All right. Come on, let there be someone I can yeet. My yeet scale is kind of low today. I need a eating victim. No eating victims. Boo. I guess they're learning that they shouldn't walk on the roads. Eating yourself in the world of Warcraft. Only to your, I mean, you only eat it yourself to your death. I mean, so. Not that big a deal.
Give me this, and I'll give you the tokens. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. All right. That takes care of that. So I made 419. Plus I have a couple more at the, back at the claim. I think. Fetus. I don't want that one yet. I think I want one of the smaller ones next. Unfortunately, I want to see something. This just flattens, right? Slow moving vehicle for flattening ground. But I wonder if you can keep rolling, flattening downward. This dude being all like, I think this guy has a quest now then. So I'm wondering though, if you can keep pushing it down. Well, we will definitely buy this. We decide what plot we're going to take over next. One second. And the back. Ah! Ah! Get unstuck. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, that was. What do you want? Ah, I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to go hungry. I was like, what's up here? Oh yeah, the logic shop. I still want to know how to make this useful. I need to learn how to make this useful.
We'll never forget.
The weight counter passes cumulative weight reading resources in our front can be reset using the input on top. So I want to learn how to make these two useful. These, of course, TNT and nukes can be very useful. But these logic lamps like this and the logic lamps like this really can brighten up, and you can actually change their color. How come the neon sign isn't for sale? But you can actually change their color. So some of these logic things that are going on, I actually would like to learn how to use them a little bit more. Tokyo Drift. Hi. There's something in the sky. Oh. I'm sorry you're hungry.
For me.
No, I can't help. I'm sorry. All right. Now, the thing about the next claim is it's actually going to take quite a bit to set up. Oh, what's up this way? Hold up. Wait, there's a whole other little town over here? How long has this been here? Wait. Hold the phone. I honestly never knew. All right. Oh, let me. Oh, it's the fishing town. So in here, this.
That rock is not for touching.
So in here, I found one of the relics. Chase the uncle who hoards food. This is the first relic I found, and apparently, oh, okay, no, never mind. So the spyglass relic, found deep in the underground, placed in a cave with other relics. So this is the first relic I found. I know there are at least 3 more. But there could potentially be a 4th one on top of that. I think there might be more than there are pedestals. But you actually get a reward when you do that. So, I love the art style and decoration of this game. Max has put a lot of, and his team have put a lot of effort into. A lot of effort. And it really shows. You know, you get the rustic feel. Okay.
I reckon Bridgeport was minging before Fabric got here.
Okay. Oh, so there's actually a stock market for the fish. And there are definitely ways to get places you weren't supposed to get to, which can be fun. Water filters, banner wrenches, spyglasses, saw, the cages, my first fishing pole. A fish bucket. Exclusively stores fish. Huzzah.
Ale blood.
These fishing pots, you just put them in water and they kind of just automatically catch fish. So I'm legitimately exploring at the moment. Going places I've never really been before. Very scenic. Now, there is fishing quest line to. Oh, 2.5 weight iron. I should be able to pull that off. So here, as you catch things, you can actually upgrade your fishing rod. And apparently you can sell fish at the grocer. I did know about this. I just didn't realize that the town was here. Ooh, that's a big one. Jaws got nothing on this town. I noticed the fish, the fish symbols. All the fish are dead. They don't want no live fish here. They only want the dead kind. I got free quest out of it.
Wonder where all these boots come
And only a 2.5 weight. I just got to be able to grab a nugget. One of the big nuggets should take care of that. Now, can I actually get out of here without Austin powering myself? Okay, so grabbing that. I'm not even worried about taking it out of the truck. I just know I need a 2.5 weight nugget. I wasn't expecting another quest. See, this is the problem I have with RPGs. I always end up doing all the side quests. So I never finish them. Hardly ever finish the main storyline. Because I'm always doing the side quests. Alright. Let's see what we got here. How'd we do? 2.5. Was it really that easy? You wanted... Yeah. It was really that easy. Cool. I knew this guy was around here somewhere, though. I knew there was a guy that just wanted a 2.5 nugget.
I reckon Bridgeport was minging before.
That was by far the fastest quest I've done.
I'm just mooching about.
Don't mind me, just mooching about.
Don't mind me. I'm just
Now, where was this guy at? Oh, wait, it was right over here. There you go.
You reckon you could get this for me?
There you go. And
I'm well chuffed.
this dude's paying... This dude paid top dollar. Everyone else wanted a gold dagger and didn't give me as much as this guy did.
Don't mind me. I'm just mooching about.
Just chilling. Look, I have coins. How cool is that? I have coins. Are you not impressed? Are you not entertained? Huh? Are you not entertained? Huh? Stare at me like I'm some crazy bad dude. That's not creepy at all.
Ale blood.
I have coins. You have wares? Or you can cheat? No? Okay. So we got more of these. We can actually. I have that one pail I was storing them in. That didn't work. Okay, so I need to store them on the ground. There we go. So I made pretty good bank on that. For the made 600 on my first day of questing. Yep, 622. Nice. Fish good. All right, let's see something here real quick. Oh, that's an interesting thought. I hadn't even thought of that. Nice. Oh, I like that. Cool. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that. So I was just looking at the photos of uh rival girls setup, and the um she actually has on these um we have the exact same thing. We just have these two things swapped. But she actually has the monitors on here. The monitors on the line, so you can actually see what this is reading. Which is pretty cool. I hadn't even thought of it. All right. So now, my next thing is where do I want to go to next? So we got Mildew's Aquifer, the Direct Quarry, South Hope, Snowfall Ruins, Ice Helm, Emble Crater. That's where we are now. Wonder what book it can read? Yes. So the next biggest one is, in fact, the Mildew's Aquifer. The other three that are outside, the Direct Quarry, the South Hope, and Snow Ruin Falls, I believe all go to Tier 3 pay dirt. And then I Ice Helm definitely goes to tier 3 pay dirt. But I think what I'll do is I'll set up Mildew's Aquafire, and I'm kind of honestly, I'm kind of debating on blowing the heck up out of it. Dumping up on a bunch of money on the nukes, just so I can say I did it. Because the nukes actually are fairly effective. Kind of expensive, though. But I think instead I'll get the... what's it called? I'll get the... that roller. I want to see what the roller does. Now, the Mildew's Aquafire, that's the one that has water source underneath. The South Hope, you can use the water, the ocean water, basically. The Snow Rung Falls has a water source right there on the property. The Direct Quarry, you can see, has the small water source up in the corner. And then the Ice Helm has a water source that's down in there. The Ice Helm is actually kind of the coolest. That's the last one. That's the one on my last run through. I went straight to Ice Helm and I started decorating it. So we'll go to Mildew's Aquafire next. That'll be where we'll set up shop. And we'll keep this here. Won't change nothing. Everything's working. Everything's a-okay. This is just... This will be... This project will fund the next one. Now, one thing that has changed in the game. It used to be that you could only use iron to make weapons and use gold to make... gold and gems to make jewelry. They've changed it, at least for making weapons. So I actually want to try something. I want to make, and I'm really short of work. I am going to cut this down. Grab this. Wait for it to get smaller. There we go. I don't want to use a lot. And that's the smallest it can go. Cool. Everything else can go into my pail. Let me take this tiny little one at the top. Oh, it's so cute. Melt it. I need to do the same to a gem. Drop these all in here. So I can dump these back into the system. No, please just put that back. I don't need it right now. Thank you. So I do like the setup that Rival Girl has. It's actually a really nice setup. And something I actually, the double level thing is something I do plan on doing. There's something I was going to do on a different place though. All right, we have that. I need to do that same thing with the gem. We'll go with the. You know what? We'll just do it like this. Whatever comes through next. Which looks like it will be a small sapphire. Let that drop in there. Take that. There we go. So I'm going to make an iron ring. Because I'm pretty sure they changed, like I said, it used to be iron was only able to make weapons and the gold was only able to make, but it's since been changed that now you can use any material to make anything. Oh yeah, I actually have to heat up the bar first, not just pour it. So get it heat up to where it's malleable. Ooh, look at that shining. It's glowing. It's glowing. Yep, there we go. An iron wing. Can you melt stuff like rings back down? No, you cannot. The fact it falls through is... So, now I just have a random iron ring that I'm going to drop. Royal, what's up, brother? Man, I didn't realize you weren't following me. Thank you for the follow, dude, my dude. Hello, hi, and howdy. Welcome on in. Royal Games, the Wormhole Explorer in EVE Online. Guy knows what's up. You already know, man. Oh, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing all right. Hanging in there. Hardcore holers. Right. I might do that someday. Like I said, it's nothing to fit out of Huron for 1.2 million, and that includes the ship. And it's like, you know, I've got skills that even Tech 1 stuff will do me pretty good. So I figure, you know, yeah, why not? I'll just go start rolling out. At least get more familiar with it. And do it like that. This game is actually a lot of fun. I did pick this game up the day it came out. Originally there were a couple folks with pre-early access. They were able to showcase it. I'm like, you know, this is a game I could get into. And I did pick it up the day it came out, and I've been playing it off and on since. And they just did a recent update, which finally introduced Tier 3. This whole contraption here is just a Tier 1 setup. Fairly basic setup. Which includes all my piping for my machines. I have filters happening, automatically getting repaired. Everything's mining and operating automatically. I'm not doing any manual labor for this. The only time I'm doing manual labor is when I need to shut the system off. And even that, I can actually change into logics later on. But this is called Hydroneer. It's got a lot into it, a lot going for it. I did not. She's snapping her fingers because I didn't fall into her trap. So, we're going to leave. Oh, wait a second. I actually made a lot more of these coins than I thought I had. Yeah. Very cool. My first day of 1497. That's awesome. I'm kind of wondering if I want to make and sell something just to have. I know I've got plenty of funds for right this second. But if I make and sell something, a couple somethings now, just with the gold, I want to leave the iron because I'm going to need that in order to get all my next drills and such. Let's make a gold necklace. And we will actually just use the biggest gem. So let's see, that'd be 17,000 by itself. Well, biggest as far as value. And this would be 40,000. Okay, so that's a strong contender. My sapphire, 26,000. And there we go. I got stuck in a funnel. Huzzah, the unstuck button. And we'll check out the ruby, which I'm sure will be comparable to the sapphire. 16,000. So yeah, we'll go with the 40,000. 40,000 emerald. Put the system back on. And we'll just take all the gold, because I really don't need it for anything else right now. And we'll just melt it down, split it in half. This is going to be a pretty valuable. Now, what I need to do is figure out where that jewelry market was. I don't remember which one had the jewelry market. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Bastion Keep. That one had the... That one just had the ore. Bridgeport? It might have been Bridgeport. We'll look around. We'll go see. We'll go see if the market's up. The market's up. I'll just sell it there. Oh, I forgot my hammer. Whew, got it. This thing has a crazy 22,000. 23,000 weight gold with 1858 weight emerald. This thing standing alone is worth the whopping 603,000. That'll definitely get my next setup going just fine. So we will toss this here, toss that there. Oh. You know, we'll buy a new cart while we're in town. But I want to see if because if the market is up, the jewelry market is up, then if it's not, I'll just sell it. Now, where was this other market at? Is it this one over here? Hold on. Oh, I should have brought that map with me. I don't know where it was I saw that. There was one up here, I think. Yes. But what did this one want? You are the jewelry. Oh, and it's up 110. Yes. This is exactly the one I wanted. And it's up today, too. So it's worth 600, but I'll get 669. An extra 60 grand out of it. Good job. Nice. And that puts us up to over 700,000. Almost 750,000. That'll definitely. I have no need for money in this game now. Well, except for the other coins. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Royal. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, brother. I hope you have a great evening. Yep, 2K more would have been all set. But that's okay. While we're here, I was gonna buy something. I don't remember what it was though. I can't remember. Oh, I knew I'm gonna buy the steamroller thing. Let me go ahead and purchase that now so I don't have to actually. This. And I want this.
Looking for something.
You know what? We're gonna buy the. Well, no, I don't want to buy that because it'll be. Okay, these reset. I'm not sure if these do though. So we'll go ahead and park these two out of the way. And on the back here, this acts as the same as like the trunk space of the trucks. They need to be over 9,000. And this thing should move kind of slow. Can I run people over with this? That would be excellent if I could. So we'll just leave this in the middle of the road though. If I can get to it easy. Now let's go buy the new land. Which is only a few grand if I remember correctly. Oh, you know what? This one actually might go down to tier 3. Oh, this one's cheap. Oh, it does. It does go down to tier 3. I wonder if that... Oh, it's leveled. That's actually cool. Actually, honestly, I kind of want to clear the whole thing. See what I can come up with. This is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. But I realized I'm going to have so much space to... I'm probably going to be stuck on this one for a while. So we'll take this out. And I am now a property owner. Well, I mean, that I earned with my own, that I bought with my own hard-earned cash. So, now I don't know exactly where everything ends, kind of thing. So, we're going to go back and get that roller machine. The nice part about this one is it's actually a lot closer to Getting the oh, I remember what I wanted to get from town. But I will get that at a different time. So, park my vehicle. Let's go have some fun with this thing. Hold on now, what the heck? How? Ah, okay, that's fair. Oh, this is a lot nicer than using the rake. That's a lot nicer than using the rake. And it digs in pretty good too. Fairly wide, it looks like. Nice. I definitely like this. Smoothing out of the land. See, the thing is, you don't need all the hilly, especially when you want to add platforms and stuff like that. So we'll clear out a nice air star. Now, the thing is, I definitely have to get the water. Up, up. Yeah, this whole smoothing out the land thing is this is definitely I definitely like this. Because it's a lot easier than doing it all by hand. Doing this same thing by hand would have taken me forever with the rake. Oh, I missed a spot. Okay, I'll have to go around the other way to get it. This thing definitely goes through some water pretty quick. The spot over here, I think I didn't get. Just to be sure. Yep. Cool. Got it. Oh, this is beautiful. Now, what I don't know is if you can dig well enough to actually make it go underground too. That would actually be kind of cool. So if you open up an area that it would actually that you can get it to fit underground. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be able to, but it would still be cool if you could. Now, the nice part about this is too, you can actually get a real good sense of where the outline of the property is, so you don't have to worry about where you're digging into. Am I still going? I'm still going. We're still cutting through. Cool. This will be a lot easier to do when I can see you again. I'll definitely get a bed over here. So you can see, it's just, I mean, one take, I've cleared out most of this. This has actually been it's actually very satisfying. It's oh, come on, you can get through it. There you go. It's fun and satisfying. Now, the thing about having it all nice and flat too is it makes building so much easier. Plus, it's satisfying. Yes. I should have brought a bed with me. It's okay. I'll be alright. Love that I can power through the higher portions too. So definitely, I need to figure out how this particular spot works. It's, it showed 3 levels, but I'm not sure if that was the level of digging. It kind of looked like the level of digging for water that you can get tier 1 water over where or tier 1 level and water over by the light post, and then the middle section here, tier 2 and water, and then over on the right side, tier 3 and water. How far down you can dig. That's what it looked like. All right, Madam Gun, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great evening. Oh, it's lagging? Okay. Thank you for being here. Only one song I can sing. Really? What's that? I've been working on the railroad all the live long day. That song works too. Cutting the edge, cutting the edge. Like slicing off cheese. So, it looks like only the mole can actually physically go down. This one's going to pick a height and stick with that. Oh, you're not that short, Nisi. This is working. What? I paid you a compliment. I said you weren't that short. Let's get a better feel for where this actually ends at now. Nice. Oh, on one take, I've gotten almost this whole thing clear. And as the sun came up, he started to look over his work and saw that life was good. Nap time. Thank you for being here, Nacy. I absolutely appreciate it. I hope you have a great nap and you sleep well when you get there. Enjoy it. Enjoy it while you can. And I hope it's a good one. And we'll see you again soon. I've spent the last 20 minutes doing this? 15 at least. Yeah, like I said, this plot is actually a lot bigger than I anticipated. This roller is actually pretty strong. Slice off the edges. Come on, you got it. Eat the edges. Eat the edges. Make it smaller and smaller. Oh, that was a good shape. Almost like a banana. And the nice part is the whole time I've been screwing off here, getting this taken care of, this done and out of the way. My other claim has just been working away. Thing is being difficult. I mean, if I have to, I'll actually just pickaxe this part out. But I'd love to be able to say I got the whole thing cleared just with this machine. But, oh, you know what I think is happening? I think it's actually turned it into a levitating rock. I think it's too high. I don't think it'll actually get it while it's high, will it? Will it get it while it's high? No, it has to be down. Yep. I think that's it. I think that's all I can get it down to. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I've got it down to a bean. And that's it. To clear out the whole thing. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Right as the sun comes up. Now this looks like an area I can work with. So we'll go park this somewhere, because I'm not going to need it for a while. Make sure this is all nice and clear on the bottom here, at the edge here. There we go. Make sure I didn't miss any spots. So I still have a little bit of water left before it breaks down. Oh, that was actually quite satisfying. It really was. And not doing that by hand. Let's see, now can I park this up here? I can. Ish. If I can get it to go the way I want it to. Well. Awesome. You did me well. Enjoy your shade, your time in the shade. And now look at this. I have all this area to do something with. This is what, 5 times the other size, the starter claim? All right. And with that clearing, I'm going to take a break. So I will be right back. Thank you for being here. I absolutely appreciate it. Again, I hope you're having a good time, having a good day. And I will be back shortly. And we're back. Now planning stages. So yeah, digging down. Okay, yeah, that's exactly all right. I didn't notice the indentations before. So this area over here, tier 1. Now, the thing is, I won't be. Actually, no, the pickaxe will get down tier 2. So I'll be stuck when it hits tier 3. That's weird right there, that spot. So what I can do, I'm pretty sure, is I'll be able to cut away some of this and then use the roller again. Maybe. I can get it in there once it's big enough to get it down, but I'll use the pickaxe for most of that, I'm sure. So let's head back and grab my truck. Staying in shape. Good exercise. Oh, hello.
I'll need something specific.
Ooh. I actually like that one. So that's
I don't suppose you can grab me this.
I can. 96.5 weight gold bar, 91 iron bar. And helps if we actually head back to town, though. That's where I left my truck. And he wants an axe. With a gold handle, iron headed axe. I think we'll use the buggy for this. This won't take long. Ooh, this thing steers on a dime. It's fast. Zoom, zoom. Whoa. Oops. Actually, it's the first time I've ever had this one. Ooh, this thing wants to flip. Boink. Nice. As long as the yeet mechanic is there, I'm happy. More about this in a second. Let's take care of this part. All right. How we doing? Cool. Okay. So I needed basically 100 each. That's what we'll go for. But 96.5 in gold. I'm fairly certain I have that already. $3,000. Yep. Definitely have that. Pardon me. All right. 100. 749. 397. Actually, that'll do it. $99.35. 26.5. Yep, that'll work. So this is going to be an axe. Done and done. Grab the iron. I'll definitely be setting it up next time that it comes out the other way. So instead of like this, I'll have it to where the smelters are actually much easier access. But then again, all that processing will be done up top, so it's fine. Start with this. $2,000, 1,200, 600, 300, 150. And 114. I can probably go a little bit better on that. Oh, that didn't work. Let's try this again. $76, 95.41. That'll work. Go ahead and move this a little bit so I can use this at the same time. So I can use this at the same time. Thank you. Yeah, wrong button. And let's get rid of the clog up. There we go. No more clog. Oh, that's good. So put up this. And then I need my hammer. So the gold handle, iron axe head. It looks nice. Actually, that's a nice looking axe. There we go. And that's easy. All right. Let's head back. Man, this thing's bouncy. All in a day's work. Oh, what do you want? Oh wait, you were the one wanting food, right?
I'll trade you for some guild tokens.
Oh. No, you actually want a 31.5 dagger. Okay. I didn't mean to make this more of a questing day, but at the same time, I had no idea what I was going to do. There you go.
Make me some. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Let's go make this dagger real quick for the fella in town. Beep. Quick little splash. Nice little bath. Splash bath. There you go. Oh yeah. Look at this thing move. All right, that was 31 and a half. Yep. Take these, combine them with the other ones. All right, 31 and a half. $29, 114, 57, 28 point, that the little one? Yeah. Helps if I actually saw it though. Nah. 32.22. Perfect. Now, thing about, and I mentioned this yesterday, or during my last stream, the thing about keeping it as liquid is it helps prevent the lag. So because of all the items that you could possibly have, especially the lag isn't really so much present when you aren't picking the item up. When it's on the ground, it's fine. But when you pick the item up, that has all the pieces inside of it, that's when you get hit the lag spikes. You can, if you've got hundreds of items in one small spot, then and you pick it up, it can severely lag out the game. It's still usable, and you can, combine things and start making it happen. But that's part of the reason why I just keep it in liquid form, because it's just a liquid with a number attached to it. The same with these. By having just one item instead of hundreds inside of here. Okay. So that should be fine. Yep. And he wanted a gold dagger. There are a lot of gold daggers running around town now. I am not responsible for the use of the gold daggers, so that's my disclaimer. Once they are out of my hands, the responsibility of how they are used is entirely on the consumer. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Actually, we just go ahead and put that back up. Take this, make it deliver. One wrong move, I'm cutting into the tank. Works for me. Zoom, zoom. Beep. I do kind of wish there was a daytime setting where you could just tell it to be you are the one I'm looking for. There you go. Fine craftsmanship. Fine craftsmanship. Definitely worth the token. Go throw these back. So it looks like that the quest givers, they don't hold on to the quest necessarily, because that same guy had actually wanted food before. So the fact I was able to get a token quest out of him is actually pretty cool. So my first... What the heck? So my first day of token questing, I actually made 2,200 tokens. That's pretty nice. You know what though? I want to go see something. I think that might be enough to get the shovel. Where's the prospecting town again? Oh, right. It's up by the Logic's place. Spend your tokens here. Maybe. I don't know. What do you got? The shovel is 1240. And advanced, or no, the pickaxe. Use dig terrain fast or split dirt in half. That. So I can get the rake. So I'm just shy of being able to get the shovel. 2238. Yep, just shy of the shovel, but I can get the axe. The axe and the rake. The pickaxe and the rake. $14.85. Anything else I want to get? Weapon racks. So I could get the prospecting helmet. Yeah, sure, why not? 1915. Nice. I got my first tier 3 items, not even done tier 2 stuff yet. It didn't work. Oh, come on now. Work with my hair. Perfect. Actually, you know what? How do I put this on? Oh, Q. Okay. There we go. Oh, you can't. Apparently, you can't wear. You can't drive with the helmet on, which is probably for the best, really. So I want to test this helmet out. Here, man, this thing, the turning on this thing is amazing. All right. I don't know if there are any around here or not. And of course, the other thing is as to whether, if there are any here, how deep they are. Oh. How about that? Nice. That's actually pretty cool. Now, the actual vehicle is a lot easier to use. So it's definitely something over. That's cool. It's even directional. That's actually pretty cool. There's at least one vein around here. Cool. Where did I throw it? Wow. Really? Why am I eating it? I'm just trying to drop it. I'm not trying to eat it. Now, what I'm wondering is if you clear an area using the rake, if it sets it to the level that the actual vehicle will work at. So like if I were to come through the vehicle again, would it set it to that level? Nice. Plus it gives you a sense of where you can build out to. Like anywhere that I can do something, I can definitely build. Yeah, interesting. You eat it facing in, or you try to drop it facing in and eats it. All right then. I have a whole new area to play with. New things to do. A lot of materials to get in order to get set up. But that's okay. I have a lot of materials to work with, and I kind of went the scenic tour. Oh, trying to go over a slotted bridge like that. Seeing it doesn't have very good braking though. Turns on a dime, but it doesn't stop on one. All right then. And that's gonna cut it for today, I think. So we'll go ahead and turn everything off. Now, I want to make sure everything processes through that's on the line. So, like I said, I have to actually cut these off manually so I don't accidentally create a clog of dirt. Now, the nice part is I could just remove the clog of dirt. So it's not even that big a deal. But I still rather just gain all the resources I can. So I want to thank you for being here. The follows, the lurks, the raid. I absolutely appreciate all of it. And I enjoyed it once again. Also, as I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I am putting this on YouTube. So this stream will be on YouTube in the next few days. I've been scheduling for first thing in the morning. My YouTube channel should be linked down below. But I want to thank you for being here, and I hope wherever you are that you have a good morning, good day, good evening, whatever the case may be for you. I really hope it's a good one. And as we come to the sunrise and everything clears, we'll turn everything off. Shut her down. And yeah, you can see that I can run for a long time. I am curious though, before we leave, how much of the cloudium ore we have. Enough for one drill, I'm sure. Almost enough for 2 drills. So 1 drill and some pressure increaser things. These things. These right here. Help increase the pressure of the intake pipe. want to thank you for being here, and I hope you have a good one. I will see you again next time. Until then, there's a last look of the first place, and I will see you again. Take care. Bye-bye.